Hello, Fáilte. This is Laura O'Brien from the Irish Pagan School, and today we're going to be talking about Irish language words in Ogham to use for magic. So if you want to do an Ogham protection spell or a little magical talisman, then the easiest way to do that is to take a word in Irish, translate it through the Ogham and draw it out, and you can put it on a post-it, or you can put it on a piece of paper, put it in your wallet. You can carve it into something, a stone or a stick or a branch or anything. You know, the possibilities are endless. But one of the questions that we get asked a lot when we teach Ogham at the Irish Pagan School is, what words do we use? Because of course not everybody speaks Irish, and to do this properly and accurately we do need to have it translated through the Irish language and then written out in Ogham. So I'm here on the elandotter.net website store because I just thought this was the easiest way. So if you go to elandotter.net and just search, as I'm doing right here on screen, search for Ogham, then what you actually get on the first page is a series of blog posts. And as you'll see, you have Irish words here, the translation, and the Elan Otter company do have t-shirts. So if you don't even want to write it out yourself, you can absolutely come and check those out. I'll put links below. But I just wanted to go through some of the words that are here, and I'll do a little focus in on, say, the first one on sláinte here, which is health. But just going down through them, it's just a really handy little kind of one-page resource guide. Okay, so we have sláinte, health. We have wrath, prosperity. We have olus, knowledge. We have bua, victory. We have clán, family. We have buíochas, gratitude. We have misneach, courage. We have neart, strength. We have sonus, good fortune. And we have fis, which is knowledge or wisdom. So of course any of these would be very useful for a talisman in Ogham. And I just want to show you the first one here. I have sláinte done up. So this is the word in Irish, sláinte. Now there is a fada, and people get confused about the accent here in the Irish language. The fada isn't accounted for when we're translating it into Ogham. And by the way, if you don't know what letters equate with what Ogham, I do have a cheat sheet, so I will go through that in a minute, so don't worry about that. I just want to give you the overview currently. So sláinte is S, Sal, L, Lus, A, Alum, I, Idad, N, Nin, T, Tina, and E, Ajad. So you can see that you can write it, it goes from bottom to top as you write sláinte, or if you need for some reason to write it left to right, you flip it. So I'm just going to go back between them. So you can see the S here is on the right hand side. These 4 lines represent the S, which is Sal in Ogham. And if you flip it, that goes onto the bottom. So we have Sal, Lus, Alum, which goes across. So that's how you write it sideways, in case you need to do that. I mean, if you're writing it in a journal or anything, the sideways writing is mostly from the manuscript tradition, and the vertical writing from bottom to top would be to do with Ogham stones and Ogham carving. Now we have an Ogham playlist on this channel. We have courses at the school. There's links to everything below, so make sure you check all that out. But what I did want to go back to is just, so you can see there that's sláinte. So if you were doing a little health spell and you wanted to kick it off, or you just wanted to, you know, give yourself a little boost, give yourself a little bit of protection, then actually journaling that, or as I said, writing it even on a post-it and sticking it on your bathroom mirror. Those are just really simple little magical ways. Now I am teaching a whole class on Ogham magic at the Irish Pagan School. So make sure you're on our mailing list if you want a much more in-depth version of that. There are other courses. There is an introduction to an introduction to Ogham course at the Irish Pagan School, currently available. There is a free course, which is 3 Truths About Ogham. I'm going to put a link below to any of that, so if you want to check it out. But that would be how you'd use one. So you would take, if you wanted to do Wrath for Prosperity, you would take ORATH, translate it through Ogham, and that's how you would do that little spell. Okay, so I did promise you an Ogham cheat sheet, which is a free resource that you can actually access and download yourself. So this is just what it looks like. Ogham quick reference. This is a link then to the Ogham classes at the Irish Pagan School, compiled by myself, Lora O'Brien. But as you can see, you can print out page 2 and page 3 the Ogham groupings. So you have the Ogham Fee, which is what we call the letters, the letter in English or Irish. And then there is a little bit of, so this is how you say the letter. So N is nin. And then this is just a divinatory meaning. So there is another video on the YouTube channel here which goes through the use of this cheat sheet, but you can absolutely just register and get this sent out to you. And there's a little bit about the classes then, of course, at the end. Okay, so hopefully that has been useful to you. Links to everything will be below, but I suppose the most useful thing to get would be this cheat sheet. So I'm going to put that first and foremost in the box below here, in the notes. So make sure that you get that. It's completely free, so you can just get it sent out. You can print it, and then you can translate any of those words into the Ogham. So hopefully that's been useful to you, and I will see you in the next video. Slán go fóill.